Yo! What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is freezing cold. As you can see, I'm wearing my winter hat right now. We are in Chicago and it's currently 28 degrees or so, right? When you say it's really freaking cold. We waited too long to make this video. And it's actually snowing a little bit out here. You really can't see it on camera, but yeah, we are doing this video for you guys and we're gonna show you guys what to actually do. What we got going on for you guys today is, as you can see, my engine bay is looking a little dusty. As you can see, like by the strut towers and stuff like that. And I think it needs a little refresh, a little dust off, a little power wash in action, and some degreaser. So what we're actually gonna be showing you guys is the necessary steps of how to actually clean your engine, because a lot of people really don't know, and they can actually mess up their alternator, the longevity of it and all that, and they just don't know what to bag and what to keep the water out of. And we're gonna show you that, guys, today. All right, so step one, when you guys are wanting to clean your engine bay, step one is you have to cover your battery. My battery already has a cover. As you can see, it has a little tray thingy right here, which is covered, but I'm gonna take it off anyways and put it back in there and then put the tray on top just to make sure everything is good. Because when you are using water and electricity, you really never wanna get anything that is wire related wet and exposed. And then next is gonna be your intake right here. You're gonna wanna cover this. I usually just slip a bag underneath these two little things right here, and that covers the intake. And then I cover my mass sensor right here. But the last thing you guys actually wanna cover that I think is actually really critical is your alternator. On any car, you have to cover your alternator if you are spraying it with water, because water cannot get in there. That's what disperses electricity and recharges your battery, and you really don't want that getting wet. I mean, it just sounds like you don't want it getting wet, am I right? On the 350Z and the G35, the alternator is located in the front of the engine below, so I really can't reach it, and I guess that's my excuse why I can't cover it up with a bag. But if your alternator is really exposed, you really want to cover that. But all right, guys, enough talking. Let's get to bagging. Everything is now bagged, guys. I got the intake, the mass sensor, and the battery. Alternator, not on here because it's on the bottom of the engine and we can't reach it, but it's all right. First, what you want to do is you actually want to get the engine bay wet a little bit to loosen up some of the dirt and the grime, and then you want to add your degreaser, your engine shine, and all that after you spray it one time, so that the degreaser isn't too much potent and it'll like mess up the metal and corrode everything. But yeah, let's get to degreasing this thing now. So after you guys soak your engine down, you get all the grime and dirt loose, and there's still water in the engine, so this isn't too potent and stuff like that. You want to spray your degreaser. After you guys are finished degreasing it, you guys really want to let it sit for at least a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere around there. Yep, and you don't have to, but we have some wire brushes here, and there's some dirt on the plenum and stuff like that, and on exposed areas, and we just want to make sure that we get bare metal back and we get all the dirt out of the way so that it looks nice. Even though I do have my engine cover on, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, but we took it off so we could really get into the nooks and crannies of this engine. But yeah, if you guys have areas like my plenum that you really want to get like the surface dust off that are really caked on there, definitely use a wire brush. So yeah, we're just gonna get to working it in. So we just finished brushing. We did the strut towers. We did a little bit underneath because that was a super dusty part on both sides, the driver and passenger side. So we got into the nooks and crannies. He's still working on that side a little bit. And yeah, everything looks good. Like you can see the dirt from the plenum that was engraved in like the freaking metal. It's gone now and it looks really good actually. But yeah, the degreaser has been sitting for a total of what, like 5-7 minutes you say?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, something like that. You don't want to overdo it because then it creates like spots and stuff like that. But because this stuff actually is a really powerful degreaser and actually gets things off. So you don't want to use it so much because this stuff is concentrated, right? Don't you have to add water to this a little bit?
Oh,
like it's recommended,
yeah,
right?
It's recommended, yeah.
So yeah, it's been sitting for just a little bit, and I guess we're almost ready to spray it off, right?
Just about, yeah.
Take a look at that, guys. It looks clean already. It's not even washed. The car is finally sprayed down, guys. We got rid of all the leftover degreaser that was left, and the plenum looks really clean. Before, there was all these dirt spots right here and on the other side. I mean, you could still see it because I think the water is making it more visible than it actually is. But yeah, it looks super duper clean. Like even the strut towers look really good. Over here by the ABS system and the brake booster, clutch master. Everything looks really good. Well, last step is the fun part, and it really makes the most difference, is the engine protection shine right here in my hand. And you can find this at your local AutoZone, or Walmart has it too, right? Don't you think? Basically, you're just gonna spray this everywhere just as you did the degreaser, and you're gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, and it's gonna give the metal, the plenum a shine, the plastic trim, all the rubber hoses, they're all gonna get shine from this. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this works. We are finally finished, guys. The engine is fully sprayed down after the shine. And would you look at that? I mean, it looks a little wet. It still is a little wet, but everything looks really good. I mean, you can see, look, the dry spots on the plenum. This is what it actually looks like after it's not wet. Because when it's wet and there's still water on it, it makes the dirt visible. See, because remember, this was a big black square right here. And this is still wet on the sides, and my finger still made this wet, but this will eventually turn like that once it dries. And everything just looks really glossy. Like everything that's black really turned shiny, and it just gave the engine bay a whole new look. It's crazy. And this only took us, what, a half hour? People can take a half hour out of their day and just clean their engine bay to make sure it looks nice and that it's not dusty, so that no dust is getting into their air intake system, all that. Like, it makes the car look better and it makes it run better. And I highly recommend that you guys do this. But yeah, guys, as always, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you so much that you're here. And I'm really glad that you're here and subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button. Like, it'll help us out a lot. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys ever want to do this to your car, I highly recommend it. It really makes your car pop at car shows, this and that. You can get dressed up hardware, which I really want to do in the future, because that's actually a really cheap mod that you can do to make your engine bay pop. But yeah, coming soon, guys. Make sure you stay tuned and put that bell on and the notifications so that you notify when I upload. But yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you. If you made it to the end, peace.
All these hoes mad cause they wanna fall. Like I was down bad, I was stuck in the mud.